Yes, sir. What's up, good people? It's your boy, the boy Henry Heck, back at it again with another video. Still in the wake of this PlayStation news upon ending physical. PlayStation still have not spoken up, and people are out here clamoring. They're out here waiting on bated breath for their reply, which, you know what I'm saying? I'm waiting my goddamn self, I'm gonna be honest with you. And here we got some people who are, you know what I'm saying, trying to make something a dub that I don't really see as a dub. You know, it's individuals out here skating the image of Naughty Dog's banner around as if it's some kind of subtle slight to Sony, like a subtle from the inside looking out. If you Sony, we with y'all. This is bull jive. I'm gonna tell you right here, right now. This is bull jive. I do not care about a goddamn banner. I do not care about this. They switch these joints out quick, fast, and in a hurry. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. This means absolutely nothing to me. Say something. Hit that keyboard. Get to typing. Put a message out. Neil liked to be involved with filming so much. How about he film a video of himself speaking about this situation, speaking about how important physical media is to gaming? You know what I mean? To PlayStation, the PlayStation console. You see what I'm saying? Speak to that. Don't sit up here and change a banner. I don't even know what kind of individual this excites. This don't excite no individual who's serious. Who's serious. Shout out to Francis. You get what I'm saying? Like this ain't nothing. At least you wanna be Kojima so bad, hop on stage and speak to it. How about that? And even Kojima been complicit, to be honest with you. Because if I'm not mistaken, did not Death Stranding 2 Collector's Edition not come with a disc? Did it not? And I've made a couple videos about these collector's editions not coming with discs. Empty cases. They giving you stickers. They writing love letters in there. They putting post-it notes up in there, grocery lists, etc. But not a disc. No discs. No discs. For whatever reason, it seems to be that they think the people who collecting this stuff want to collect everything but a disc. Don't make no sense to me. So if you want a fully and complete collector's edition, you got to buy that game twice. Oh yes, you got to buy that game twice. You got to go, and then you're going to have an extra case. Hope the case, the art on the case is reversible. Otherwise, you just got to spare. You just got to spare. And I don't understand, are they just printing cases without disc to match? Or how's that going? They just got a factory churning out cases? I don't know. I don't get it. I don't understand it. But, you know, people running around here acting like this is some kind of win. Nah, I'm not rolling with you and I'm not riding with you. I'm not accepting this. Say something officially. I don't want no subtleness, because this is the situation. Every time something negative befalls the studio, every time something negative befalls the developers, gamers stand up. Gamers got something to say. Gamers take to the streets, rally, protest, whatever it is they doing. And what developers doing? Being quiet, sitting in the back, allowing the gamers to advocate for them. Crazy to me. The developers want you to wishlist the game to show your interest in it. They want you to pre-order the game, get them money now for a product they're receiving later. Then they also want you to freaking beta test the game. They got it now where you got to pay for early access just to help them make the game that they ought to be making. We ought to be able to rely on your creativity alone to produce something. That's why I don't believe, if you got a game that's been in early access, I don't believe you should be able to put yourself up for Game of the Year. I truly don't. Because you done had the gamers helping you out here, there, everywhere. You ought to have made a Game of the Year. It ought to be understood that it's a Game of the Year. It don't make no sense to me. They want you to do all that, then buy the game, then tell all your friends about the game, review the game. But then when it comes to an issue that the gamers have, they ain't nowhere to be seen. Only developers that want to speak up are developers who are indies and double A, and, you know, maybe only put out one game or two games or what have you. They're the only ones who want to speak up. The big boys don't want to say nothing. They don't want to say nothing. Folks will say, oh, it's out of fear. Bro. That lets you know right there where they stand. That lets you know where they stand right there. If it's out of fear, okay, we got it. We see. But they're upset when you don't buy the game. Upset when you buy the game but leave a negative review on the game. Upset when you see certain trailers about the game and stuff don't look up to par, and you speak out about it, and it causes other people to have a raise of concern towards your game. They'll speak out then. They upset then. They ain't got nothing to say then when it comes to against the gamers. When it's time to speak up against the gamers, they all for that. They all for that. But they don't want to advocate on behalf of the gamers. No sirree, Bob. They do not. They in the studio playing board games right now. They in the studio enjoying catering right now. They in the studio enjoying massages and quiet rooms and everything else. Chilling. Big boy chilling. Climate control. Quiet. Not one first party PlayStation studio said no. Not one. You got other people making excuses for them. Making excuses. Oh, the profitability and this. They making money anyway. These folks ain't going broke off producing no physicals. Ain't no studio going broke off producing no physicals. If you going broke off producing a physical, your game was cheeks anyway. You dropped the ball somewhere else along the way. Good games ain't got no problem selling no physicals. Not at all. In no way, shape, or form. They not coming across these same speed bumps that y'all talking about y'all got. They not. And let's migrate on over here to a developer, Lords of the Fallen director. All right, so here we have one of the main guys, I think the director, if I'm not mistaken, of Lords of the Fallen IP, the rerun. And he's speaking to, the splits, as it were. It reads as follows. GTA 6 shipping with no disc feels unfair to studios still backing physical, and it's accelerating the shift. Sony ending physical support from 2028 could slash disc releases as early as 2027 or sooner. Physical delivers far less revenue per unit to developers, longer lead times, and unnecessary costs in a demanding industry where many already lose money. We're still planning to release Lords of the Fallen 2 on disc, but business-wise, it's getting harder to justify when physical is way under 20% of sales, and considering recent events, at $69.99, retail margin takes 25 to 35%. Distributors take another 10 to 20%, and physical production 10. That leaves studios with just over $26 per unit compared to $49 on the digital at the highest margin. It only gets worse as prices drop. Large publishers sit on the better side of the equation, but even they make significantly more per digital sale. From a pure ROI standpoint, the choice is obvious. So this is somebody from the inside. His games don't sell a ton. You know what I mean? So I say AA, teetering on AAA as far as, quality production quality. But it's just a glimpse into why some of these bigger studios ain't saying nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because in the end, they'll be making more cash dollars, and, cash rules the world. Money keeps studios open, and etc. So it goes to show moving forward, there's a special kind of developer will speak to continuing doing the physical, whereas you'll see some individuals who purely want to focus on the money making aspect and getting a return of as much as they can get, even though, especially this studio in particular, gamers went to bat for this studio. They was getting fried when this game first came out. They were getting put to task when this game first released. You know what I'm saying? And some gamers stood up and stuck with them, protected them, spoke up for them, etc. And so I would just like to see some developers just speak up on behalf of the gamers. You know what I mean? Even if it's costing you a little extra, you still getting, $26. 26 is better than zero. And you're not also getting that 26 on the physical. You still also able to get that 49 on the digital. You getting both. You are appeasing both fan bases of the physical and of the digital. You know what I'm saying? People want that convenience of digital, and some people want that actual something they can hold in their hands and tangible on that physical side. So you can eat at both ends. Sure, is it more work? Sure. 26 is 26, especially when it comes to individuals who won't buy the game at all if it's not on physical. You know what I mean? And some people in these positions would hope that, you know, just off of the gamer being a fan of the series or the franchise, that they would, you know, break their kind of thing, and this would be the game they'd go digital for. You know what I mean? Like how GTA 6 was the game that some people went digital for. Because all it does, I mean, because literally all it does is is one game. But I'm not going to drag it out any longer. I just really want to touch on that and then add a little bit of seasoning at the end as far as what this developer in particular had to say. Drop a like, drop a comment, let me know how you feel down inside of the comments, and catch me every Tuesday over on Will777JP's channel with the big homie RPG88. I'm tripping, RPG88 on the Just Playing live streaming every Saturday on my own podcast, 11 in the AM, GG or Die. I see y'all then. That's all I got for you.